Hi everybody, so I have Coco here and we're going to do a little mini core work for this week. And what I want you to do is just start out by just taking your hands right behind the thighs. Good. And then have your feet come off the ground like your hands are holding your thighs like that. Good. Yes. And now begin to round the spine and then roll back, roll back, roll back. And then come forward. Feet down. And roll back. Yeah, so just connecting to the center of the body and roll forward. And roll back. Okay. And roll forward. One more like this. Roll back. And forward. Okay. So now go ahead and lie all the way down. So you're going to scoot down this way a little bit. Okay. Okay. And then from here, take now your knees into your chest. Take your hand, each hand under for each shin, nice and strong. And then begin to roll, tuck your chin under and begin to roll a little bit back and forth. Yep. Good. And maybe you can catch a little momentum and roll up more. So that, yes. And now maybe even the feet come to the ground. Yeah. Good. Keep going. And as you round up, drawing that navel into the spine, concaving the whole vertebrae into flexion. That's good. And this time, as you come up, stay here for a moment and even bring your hands forward and come into a little squat, like so. Yes, good. And then take it back again. And again, coming into that little squat. And take it back again. And into the squat. Good. And take it, roll it back. And into the squat. And now stay here in the squat so you can, give yourself some chance for a little momentum to get you here. And you can take your hands to the ground here in your squat. How does this position feel on your body? Okay, good. So stay there for a moment. And then from here, from the slow squat, come into a chair pose. You can reach the arms forward. Good. Good. And then back into your squat. And then roll all the way back again onto the blanket, the mat. Good. In your squat, and then a chair pose. Good. And then squat. And then roll all the way back again. You got it. And chair pose. And squat down. And roll. Good. And the chair pose. Now stay in the chair pose and come all the way up to standing Tadasana. Let your arms go. Maybe place your hand over the heart or one hand over the belly. And just be with your breath and all that activity. This little routine for you is inspired by the fire element. The element that transforms all things. The energy that clarifies, gives us the capacity for discernment. How do you feel? Hot. And the element that brings heat. So from standing, we're going to find our way back down so we can cool off a little bit. So come back into that chair pose. Come back into your squat. And then roll all the way back once more. Good. And then just plant your feet down and stay down. There. Good. Good. Take a moment here to feel the earth underneath you. The earth is cooling. So let the earth cool you. And whenever we do some core work, it's nice to close it with a little bit of twisting as well. So we're going to do one gentle twist when you're ready. Yeah. Turn to the side. Either side. And then bring yourself up, head coming last. Okay, and then here, go ahead and sit on this blanket with both legs straight in front of you. Okay, and now draw your right knee into your chest. Good. Okay, as you draw the right knee in, I also want you to consider rooting the right hip down as best you can. And draw the knee in a little bit closer so that it hugs your rib. Hug it in. Good. And then from here, rotate your torso towards that leg. And now bring your left arm up and over and take the right arm maybe down to the mat or maybe back here where this prop is. Okay. So nice and long spine, rooting down through that right hip and then rotating gently. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen the spine, and then on the out breath, allow your torso to revolve a little bit more without effort. See if you can maybe place the fingertips here so that you have a nice little anchor to lift up from. And then inhale one more time, neck is long, beautiful. And then exhale, come back to center. Okay, now straighten out that right leg. And let's draw the left knee into the chest. You got it. Take a moment here to hug that knee in. So really bring it in because the area of the solar plexus, just as the pelvic floor is the water, the solar plexus is your heat. So when you have a little compression up against it, it will help you cool. Okay. And then go ahead and turn towards it. Bring the opposite arm down. So root down through this hip. So the leg that's bent, the hip tends to want to elevate, but what you want to do instead is just really root that hip down as you continue to hug the knee in and then revolve. You can maybe even bring more of the forearm up and around. And that other side, your left side is a little bit like a tripod to lengthen your spine up on the next in breath. And then on the next out breath, you revolve a little further. Good, good. And then inhale back to center. Release the leg. Good. Maybe come into cross leg and see how you would feel for your meditation practice now, if that's what you were doing next.
Yeah, that feels good.
Did you cool off a little bit from when you were standing a moment ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so then if it is a 5-minute routine that you're doing this week, then again, put the alarm for 2.5 minutes. Do the rolling playfully, right? So fire is intense, but this routine is a little bit to incentive to encourage a little playfulness. And then when you're done with that, with the 2.5 minutes, then you know it's time to begin to cool off, lie down, then sit up, do the knee, come into the twist, and then settle. Okay? Because 2.5 minutes is really a good, plenty amount of time to be doing that exertion.
Okay.
Okay? Good job.